Alright, so boom, the very first part 3 video on my channel. The links to part 1 and part 2 are going to be in the description and pinned comment. But I love making fun of rappers when they try to harmonize and serenade people and it ends up sounding terrible. So I got 5 more examples of rappers trying to sing and doing a horrible job at it. Let's get started. First off, free YNW I'm playing, hell no. But the song Two Face is from his Melly vs. Melvin album that dropped at the end of 2019. And this song always caught me off guard. Two Face actually encompasses the theme of the album. The track is Melly telling us that he has 2 people inside of him, pause. Melly, who is the softer and somewhat nicer side, and Melvin is the devilish crazy side. The one that wakes up with murder on his mind. He spends the track talking about, I know your bitch, I thought she gonna fuck on me and the crew. Some dudes out here saying they tough, but they ain't really about nothing. One line that is nice when he's discussing his demented dark side is when he says, it's so crazy, I'm only 19, I'm still a baby. And that's what I be saying, man. So many young dudes be savages. It don't make no sense. But this line right here, it's so crazy, I'm only 19, was delivered in the worst way possible. This line was in the second verse, but at the end of the first verse, before this point, he was singing with his regular Melly harmonies. It was giving Young Thug Jr. vibes, but whatever, that's how he usually sings. And it sounds nice, but then this man says these lines right here in a very disgusting voice. The worst part about this is that this is how the entire second verse sounds too. This awful singing, he carries it from the end of the first verse throughout the entirety of the second verse. And I was like, oh no, is this supposed to be the softer Melly side that's taking over? Because if that's the case, we need to bring Melvin back in the studio. As dangerous as he is, at least he sounds better on the beat. I was going to end this entry off with saying free Melly, but no, we can't be having that.
I'm trying to think of ways, baby, I can make you scream, scream.
For those of you who may not recognize the name, the Pop It Off Boys are the same guys that made Crank That Batman from back in the day. Now the members of the Pop It Off Boys was Banga, who was in the green shirt on the left, and Lil Action, who was on the right in the red shirt. And he's actually the producer of the song too. Now, before I talk about their song Scream, I am going to say this. I'm going to go easy on them and not flame them as much because Lil Action actually died in a car accident back in 2014. And if there's one thing that I don't do is wildly disrespect people that I know are no longer with us. Unless it's somebody like Hitler or something. Like somebody that was obviously evil and got what was coming to him. But innocent people, I don't do that. So I am going to make fun of Lil Action singing, but I'm not about to cook him too hard. Now this song Scream came out in that 2000s era where dudes love to create videos online of them dancing to R&B music. Y'all remember that one viral video of those dudes that was bumping and humping in their living room and they was humping all the furniture? For those of you who know what I'm talking about, y'all know this is one of the most sus but funniest things on the internet ever. But there's this viral video of these dudes dancing to Late Night Special by Pretty Ricky, and that video is insane. Y'all gotta go watch this solely because of how hilarious it is. I'm not about to play it here because I'll be damned if this get age restricted. There were actually many YouTube videos like this in the late 2000s. All of the young dudes wanted to up their sex appeal, I guess, and they was allegedly getting all the girls from making these type of videos. That's the type of song that Scream is. It's just another generic, I'ma lick you from your neck down to your navel, girl kind of song. So when the boys sing on the hook, I'm trying to think of ways to make you scream, they mean scream in a sexual manner. Now some of the singing is actually fine.
I'm trying to think of ways I can make you scream.
That little part, I'm trying to think of ways, babe, that sounds fine. But there's one high note that they keep trying to hit throughout the song, and it sounds horrible every time they do it.
I can make you scream, scream.
I can make you scream. Like, that note still does not sound good to me. This song is old as hell, and I've always was like, oh my goodness, y'all know that did not sound good. The Pop It Off Boys made a few of these, this little something something for the ladies type of songs. They got another track called 3 in the Morning that's the same as Scream without the bad singing. But all in all, rest in peace to Lil Action, and Banga is actually a completely different person now. He is an R&B artist who calls himself Cortland Jabray, and he actually has a really good song called That Way, which samples Bryson Miller's Exchange. I think y'all should check out That Way, it's really good.
Girl, you know me, I swing that way. He wanna be her piece, but she don't want no ring.
Now, I done said a few times on this channel that T Grizzly is one of my favorite rappers. Quick side note, I do think some people need to realize that saying that someone is your favorite or one of your favorite artists doesn't mean that you listen to everything that they release. You don't have to keep up with every single thing that person does in order for you to really like their music. T Grizzly himself dropped an album in April 2022, just a few months ago, called Half T Half Beast. And I still haven't listened to that whole album yet. The album is 18 songs long. I listened to 7 of them bitches and I haven't went back to it. But this song Overseas is from his 2019 project Scriptures. Overseas is a whole flexing song about I came from the hood and I ain't going back. Him pointing out all the designer stuff he got, Balenciagas and Amiri jeans. I treat all my hoes well. Yo bitch left you cause you were lame. It's one of them songs. Now the last thing I just said about yo girl leaving you for T Grizzly, that's the part I want to highlight for this entry. At the very beginning of the second verse, he says, he wanna be her piece, but she don't want no ring. You get it, just simply saying you trying to marry this broad and she don't like you like that. But this dude transferred from his traditional Detroit style flows to some of the most whiny auto-tune ever when he says this.
He wanna be her piece, but she don't want no ring.
Right after that horrible auto-tune, he finishes his point by saying, she just wanna be a freak for a nigga like me, for a nigga like me. That first line, she just wanna be a freak, he actually auto-tune sings that part too.
She just wanna be a freak.
The craziest part is that the whole rest of the song does not sound like this at all. Like I said, he rapped in his traditional Detroit style, but for some reason, when it came to, yo girl don't want you, she want me, he started singing like Drew Hill and shit. Overseas is still a nice track and I recommend it, just beware of that part. Hey, listen bro. For this entire entry, I'm about to call her Young Mindless Behavior because that's exactly who she sounds like on this song. Girlfriend is an extremely early career Young Mindless Behavior song. The music video on YouTube was uploaded in 2014, so yeah, this was some time ago. And it's a love song of her talking about her significant other and how much her girlfriend means to her. Pretty simple. The issue with Girlfriend, other than the singing, is that it is ridiculously generic. And I mean super duper generic. The lines in this song are so goddamn basic that every single one of you that's watching this video, yes you, I'm talking to you, look at the screen while I'm saying this. If I asked you right now to pause this video and go write a generic love song about any girl you want and then come back to finish this video, I 100% guarantee you that the lyrics you come back with will be on the same level of this song or even better than this song, because anybody could have said these basic lines. First of all, hearing Young Mindless Behavior of all people say, girl you got me open, wetter than the ocean, this sounds weird as hell coming from her. But outside of that, fuck them other hoes, I'm down for my bitch, come here boo, give me kiss, like bro. Bonnie to my Clyde, Beyonce to my Jigga, she always down the ride, that's my muff and nigga. I ain't gonna lie, it's not really a moment in this song that's bad, it's this whole song that comes off as very poppy and middle school romance type of vibe.
I'm always saying you would never be a lonely girl, cause when I'm down you there to hold me, girl.
Listen, y'all can call me a hater if y'all want to. I'm not against Young Mindless sexuality, I never have been. She probably got some love songs towards the ladies that sound on fire, but what I do know is Girlfriend definitely ain't one of them. If she made this song when she was like 15 years old or something, it would be a different story. But she was growing as hell here and she made this junior high school chaperone dance kind of song, and this is one of the worst songs I've ever heard from her. I dead ass should have saved this for one of my worst love songs by rappers videos because I've already made 2 parts to those, but it don't matter.
Tell me what I did to you. Thought I kept it real with you.
Man, with all the stuff this man has been through, I should have flamed his ass a long time ago. But I got him now. Sad Shit is from his 2020 album Blame It on Baby, and I remember this being a song that instantly caught me off guard when the bad singer came up. It was an instant like, ew, what is this? The whole track is the baby going back and forth about how he feels towards his ex-girlfriend. He goes from saying she misses me and I know she does, I miss her too, I can't even lie, no cap. And then he has this, I don't care about these bitches attitude, I got my heart broken before and now I'm about to go back to pimping. But during the time where he's being sentimental and he does miss her, he gonna say, let me switch it up real quick, let me switch it. And he goes into this terrible delivery.
Let's go get a crib, I can live with you, have some kids with you.
There's an entire part where he sounds like this. Tell me what I did to you, thought I can be real with you. Although his singing on the chorus isn't that good either, it doesn't sound nearly as bad as this. What I dislike about the chorus is that him saying, I know, is very misplaced. Like, the words aren't placed in the best spot. It sounds like he'll be in the middle of talking, saying another line, and he just pops up like, I know, I know. But this track is overall okay. Like, the bad singing doesn't really ruin the song, but it is something to look out for if you catch yourself, for some reason, listening to the Blame It on Baby album.
Outro, outro.